Hi everyone, SP success story number 101, and it is a marriage success story. Now, this story comes from a friend first, and then the person whose story it was actually emailed me as well. So the friend said, Numra, you said, my friend on the other hand finally married her SP last year and is happy and content in her marriage. So that was the first bit that I received. Then M contacts me because I said, can you give me more information so that I can read it out on the channel? So it goes like this. Hi, and yes, this is from 3 years ago, back in 2022, when I had met my person and wanted to commit, but could not hold the state. Because I was not able to hold the state, I was facing difficulties where my parents, especially my mother, opposed this union. Things were negatively impacting my mental health and relations. I asked for help around 2023 in a session where you told me I have to stop seeing my mother as a handbrake. It was a strange idea to me at the time, but I spent almost all of 2023 trying to implement it. It wasn't an easy job because I was living with my parents and I'd see 3D in front of me every day. However, I tried to stay in a state where my parents weren't a handbrake for half an hour or so every day. Finally, in 2024, the union was finalized just as I had wished, and my mother came around over time. It seems like very little advice, but for me at that moment, it was what I needed. I continued to see your videos and meditations whenever I get time. Hope you are blessed. Now, that's another part of the manifestation story. Now, I said, can you give more information as to what you were really doing? So M has written me a bit more. In reality, I believe I had years of emotional baggage and was just a non-believer in happily ever afters. After your advice, I started doing a bit of living in the end, and I would picture myself and edit my selfie to my friends with an engagement ring and the title Mrs. and then my SP's name. I also did your meditations of self-worth and connecting with SP on and off. It was a really tough time for me. I would constantly do SATs, states akin to sleep, which comes from Neville Goddard. I'll put some information down below about that in the description. And picture myself asleep next to him in his bedroom. I did SATs endlessly. I tried to feel a feeling of being loved and valued. Then when I would walk outside for an hour, I would do my zikr. I hope I've pronounced that properly. And for those that don't know what that is, I'm going to read a little bit about that in a minute. And also just loop a single scene of me signing the dotted line. I cannot tell you how triggering the 3D was during this time. I was crying myself to sleep every night, but I needed to keep going. Great consistency. All praises to God who listened to my prayers. I also had a vision board where my current SP was along, and this bit I'm a bit confused about, was along the letters, I am loved, I am valued, etc. Was along the lines, is that what you were trying to say? Finally, there was a breakthrough in early 2024 where my other family members stepped in to convince my parents, and it was finally done. So grateful to God and very happy I took the advice to not see my parents as a handbrake and to just manifest. So going back to what ZIKR is, it is zikr, if I've pronounced it correctly, means remembrance or mention and is an Islamic practice of repeatedly reciting phrases or prayers to remember and praise God. It is a form of worship that can be performed with the tongue or in the heart. That's lovely. Beautiful. I love that you shared that because it's really important for people to see the consistency. And even when you're not feeling it, even when it feels like it's not working, even when you're crying, even when you're upset, the consistency breaks through. And it was the same for my story, exactly the same for my SP story, was the consistency. So I'm going to put down below in the description the playlist that is now up to 101 stories of SP and X-Back success stories. I will also put my own SP success story down in the description for you. I've got a whole playlist about that. And I will put down below also, because I do think that connecting to source is extremely important. So videos that I've done on prayer. Okay, I'll put those down below for you. Now, for the last and final thing, I always like to, and said that I would mention the members that are new. Roshana, welcome to the members area. David Hernandez, welcome to the members area for you. And CJ, welcome to the members area. And Rochelle, I'm not sure if I mentioned you, and I would not want to forget you, so I am mentioning you again, Rochelle, and you will be now able to access the members videos. And for those of you that are not members, you can have lots of different things: shout outs, early access to the public videos, members only videos, and also I answer in the members videos whatever questions the members have. And for those that want to go to the highest level, when you've been with me as a member for 3 months, you get access to my courses, the 15-day e-courses, self-study courses. And there is a list of them. They will be down below in the description for you if you want to have a look at that. And wonderful, wonderful success story. Thank you so much, Em. And thank you, Numra, for sending it in and alerting me to it, as that was very kind of you to do that for your friend. And I think it's important, you know, when you're trying to manifest something, to have friends around you that really show you what's possible. Lots of love. See you in the next video. And consistency.